Alright, this is the uncle who works for Nintendo. I don't know, Jason just sent me like the link to this website. I honestly have no idea what this is, so I'm gonna be interested. I don't know, honestly, the name rings familiar. Like, the uncle who works for Nintendo. The name is kinda familiar, but I have no idea what this is. So, yeah, let's see. Well, not, yeah. Apparently, this game is like an atmospheric horror game. I don't know. You're 11 years old. What's your best friend's name? Is that like Bob or something? I don't know. Brandon, yeah. Your best friend Brandon has invited you to a sleepover at his house this weekend. Oh, it's one of these type of game. Oh god, I love this. I'm gonna love this. And you've been friends with, we've been friends since first grade. So asking your mom is basically only a formality. Which one do I click? Asking my mom? You've never confirmed this, but you suspect the babysitter may charge extra when there are two kids. You sometimes feel like staying somewhere else is the only way you can help out. Alright. So only a formality? Ah, there you go. Yeah. On Friday night, you're home for only a few hours. Long enough to pack, get in a fight with your younger sister, pack some more, and watch some TV. At 6 sharp, you're standing on the sidewalk outside Brandon's house while your mom idles in her car nearby. She leans out the window to you. You behave yourself, okay? Wait, that's not a mom voice. Like, you behave yourself. Wait, that's also not a mom voice. That's a fucking wait. How do moms talk? Like, I don't know. You better behave yourself, okay? Wait, hold on. That is definitely not a mom sound. That's more like a redneck sound. We know what? Fuck it. I don't know. You behave yourself, okay? She says as always. I'll be at work, but if anything happens, you call me. Yeah. Okay, mom. Yeah. Give me a sec. Hold on. Yeah. Pick you up tomorrow at 3. She says again as usual, and sees. But then she pauses, looking up at the sky, which has been overcast throughout the day. If you play outside, she adds, be careful. It's probably gonna rain. Wait, isn't it nighttime already? Like right now, I'm not sure. Kiss mom goodbye. Honestly, I never really like. I don't know. In my household, I never really like kiss my mom goodbye. So I guess wave goodbye. I guess. After you part with your mom drives down the street, disappearing around the corner. You turn back to Brandon's house. The lights inside are glowing warmly. You can see Brandon waving at you from his bedroom on the 2nd floor. Yeah, head inside. Why not? Ooh, what's this? It's 6:00 p.m. Alright. Oh, okay. I like the delay though. I like the delay. It's like suspense. I love that. I really like that. Random's what kind of dining room is this? Also, that's a really cool lamp. I think that's a lamp. I don't know. I really want a lamp like that in my house. I don't know. Brandon's mom meets you just inside. Hello, she says. Dinner will be ready in just a few minutes. But you can drop stuff off in the den. You and Brandon are camping out there tonight. Cool. Yeah. Yay! Camping outside. Fun. You drop your sleeping and overnight bags in the corner of the den and then pause to take a look around. Behind the couch of a grandfather clock is ticking softly through a set of patio, I think that's how I pronounce it, doors on the far side of the room. You can see the sky is just as grey as it was when your mom left. Framed pictures line the walls, and over the dark fireplace hangs a monstrous pair of antlers from a buck that Brandon's dad shot years ago. And of course, there's a big screen TV. What's on TV? Sometimes it makes you uncomfortable how much nicer Brandon's house is than yours. Oh, come on. Anyways, you drop your sleeping and overnight bags in the corner of the den and then pause to take a look around. Behind the couch, a grandfather clock is ticking softly through a set of patio doors on the far side of the room. You can see the sky is just as grey as it was when your mom left. Framed pictures line the walls, and over the dark fireplace hangs a monstrous pair of antlers. Wait, hold on. I just realized I read the same thing. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna continue reading it. Continue reading it. Framed pictures line the walls, and over the dark fireplace hangs a monstrous pair of antlers from a buck that Brandon's dad shot years ago. And yeah, of course, big screen TV. Brandon entered the room while you were paying attention, and now he stands in the doorway, smiling expectantly. Are you ready for dinner? He asked. Sure or yeah, this may be one of those important decisions. Sure. Dinner passes quickly. Tonight's meal is spaghetti and meatballs. Fun. I kinda want spaghetti and meatballs though. Yeah, I know. I'm getting hungry right now. It's midnight and I'm hungry. One of Brandon's favorite meals, as his mother points out while piling helping on your plate. Brandon's father cracks a beer and jovially interrogates you about how much trouble you and Brandon are getting into at school. Yeah, crack a beer. Wait, that wasn't beer at all. It was a glass of lemonade. Why would you even think it was beer? Brandon's father doesn't drink alcohol. You're quite certain of that fact now that you remember it. Huh, you're quite certain. Wait. Interesting. Yeah, Brandon's father sips a lemonade and jovially interrogates you. Dessert and heaping bowls of ice cream drizzled in chocolate sauce. You can't even finish yours. Oh my god, I really want that. It's been so long since I ate ice cream. The grandfather clock in the den chimes. You go along now, says Brandon's mom, smiling from her side of the table. We'll clean up in here. Let's go get the TV ready. Huh? TV? What? Says Brandon. The two of you leave the dining room and head upstairs. Okay. Ooh. Brandon's room is immense. You stay at the den because the TV is larger there, but there's a sizable one here, flush with the wall opposite of the full-size bed. We'll take the 64 down first, says Brandon, heading down towards his TV and opening the entertainment center cabinet. Dang. It's his prerogative. I don't know how to pronounce that. Of course, he gets to choose what you play first, usually. Oh my god, I'm burping again, sorry. But as Brandon begins unhooking the cords of the N64 from the TV, you catch a sight of the other things he has in there. What is that? All the major stuff: old SNES, PlayStation, and a Dreamcast. Oh man, that guy is rich. But some other things too, things you don't really recognize. A large black box with green highlights. Oh no, is it an Xbox? A smaller purple one? Is that a GameCube? A strange white and yellow tower with what look like gloves stretching on the hooks on either side, and a compact white cone. Not sure what the gloves thing is, and the compact white cone. And no, what are those? Brandon looks to the clutter in the cabinet. Oh yeah, he says, that's pretty cool. They're pretty cool. I can't show them to you though. They're still a secret. I promised my uncle. Oh, okay. Uncle like works at Nintendo. Forget about that. Of course, you suddenly remember his uncle. The uncle who works for Nintendo. Ooh. Okay. In the corner, the grandfather clock is ticking softly. Through a nearby set of patio doors, you can see it's getting quite dark. I wanna click this first. It's 7. Okay. Frame pictures line the walls. What pictures are there? You walk around the perimeter, perimeter of the den, inspecting the pictures idly. Most of them are family portraits from years past. Brandon cradled lovingly between his mother and father, or any one of the three on their own. A happy, tidy family. What else is here? Brandon is parked in front of the large TV, playing something on the Nintendo 64. I want to search for the uncle. You don't find any. No, not one. The only pictures here are of Brandon and his parents. You're not sure why that makes you feel uneasy. Oh, okay. Just pass? Okay, time passes. Alright. Oh, what time is it now? Ah, okay. And yeah. Let's talk to Brandon. Why hell not? What do you like to talk about? Games, definitely. You have a rather one-sided conversation about whether RPGs on the PlayStation are better than old SNES ones, and an hour passes. The clock chimes. You're in the den. Thinking about Brandon's uncle? It began with Mew. You didn't believe it at first, when Brandon came to school one day and told you he had finally caught Mew. Prove it, you said. So he pulled out his Game Boy and showed you. There it was, Mew. The 151st Pokemon. Available only to players at promotional events, somehow unlocked on Brandon's game. It's really strong, he said. It KOs every enemy in one hit. Brandon demonstrated his disclaim at recess. When you and some other friends linked Game Boys to the battle, you were the first one down. No one else got in a single hit on Brandon's Mew. You asked how Brandon managed to get it. Also, no one else. In a few days, everyone had quit playing Pokemon at recess. Ah, lure had faded. Yeah, yes, Brandon, how he got it. Oh, my uncle had a job at Nintendo, said Brandon. You were walking home together past one of the construction crews. Brandon still lived next to you at the time. Let's see, construction crews? There had been a storm not too long ago. Trees were down all over town. Buildings had collapsed. You were standing at an intersection with Brandon as a truck rumbled by, loads up with ragged tree trunks. What a bad storm. Yeah, me at the time? Wait, this couldn't have been too long ago. When did Brandon move? There was something nice about being neighbors. Huh. Yeah, when did Brandon move? He also got me this new Game Boy, said Brandon, pulling it out of his pocket. You hadn't noticed it earlier, but yes, Brandon now had a sleek new Game Boy Color. Until today, he had one of the old ones, a big gray brick like yours. Oh, I miss those, like those bricks. Oh, those things are retro now. I love those. This one's a special edition, said Brandon. Isn't it cool? Yeah, okay, yeah, you agree. You snap out of your reflections. Okay, is it like as time passes? Oh, I get an hour, okay. And yeah, let's watch Brandon play. Brandon decides you should play the next game alone. It's pretty boring. You're at a party having a conversation with a man in the business suit, but for some reason you can't move the camera up to see above his mouth. He's always smiling. He tells you a story about how people always mistake him for someone else. Someone else? Who might that be? Also, hold on, give me a sec, let me fix my Windows. And right now I'm actually downloading another game while doing this, yeah. Did you figure it out? Asked Brandon once the man in the game has apparently stood up and left the conversation. Huh. Figure what out? Brandon laughs. I guess not, he said, before putting his choice of game into the N64. You realize you've played for quite some time. Alright, the clock chimes again. And Brandon's mother bustles into the room, holding a large ceramic bowl filled with popcorn under her arm. Well, how are you kids doing? She asked. Good, pretty good, says Brandon, his eyes not moving for the television. I hope you're having fun, says Brandon's mom. Here's some popcorn, extra butter. Oh god, how rich are these guys? I kind of want a popcorn now. It's been years since I ate popcorn. She places it on the floor by Brandon. Okay. Almost immediately, Brandon is shuffling popcorn to his mouth. Meanwhile, his mother smiles first at him and then back at you. There's sodas in the kitchen if you get thirsty, she says, and some pizza on the other night if you get hungry. Yeah, thank you. She looks at Brandon. Your father's gone to bed. It'll be there soon. Myself, I want you to keep it quiet, alright? Yes, Mom, Brandon says tiredly. Oh, and before I forget, she adds, your uncle called. He suddenly has some business here in town tomorrow, but he's driving in early. He'll be here around midnight. Alright. Interesting. For the first time, Brandon stops playing his game, stops eating popcorn, and turns to look at his mother. Okay, he says. I want you two to welcome him in. He'll be very tired and very hungry, so offer him something to eat before he goes to bed. Okay, Mom. Good night, kids. And with that, she's gone. Alright. Ooh, it's 9. Okay, so 3 more hours. Interesting. Can I see the frame pictures again? Look for a picture of Brandon's uncle. The only you don't, wait, time passes again? Oh god, no, I shouldn't have done that. Ask about uncle's visit, yeah. So why is your uncle, hold on. Your uncle stays with you when he visits? Yeah, says Brandon nonchalantly. He lives pretty far away, so he just drops by. Isn't that a little weird? Brandon gives you a look you don't like very much. How will you know? He asks. You don't even have an uncle. Yeah, I guess so. You drop the conversation in silence. Okay. And bowl of popcorn. Yeah. Yeah, buttery and delicious. Yeah, I like popcorn. Can I grab more? Yeah, okay, neat. And then remember your own Mew. Okay, you got your own Mew eventually. Another friend had a game shark, which you borrowed one day. You spent that entire night unlocking every Pokemon you couldn't obtain in your copy of the game or hadn't yet traded for, including Mew. It didn't one-hit KO most enemies. It was incredibly weak, and you shamefully cheated the game for it to make it strong enough. It even looked different from Brandon's. You asked him why. One of them is like, yeah, Yurmi was, yeah, it's Mewtwo, very cockroachy. Yurmi was small, even cute, standing there with its round, cheerful eyes. But Brandon's had wiped out everyone at school. It had looked completely different, compact and snarling, fierce. Right? You asked him why. What? He said. That had been here in the den. Oh, that thing. Here? Brandon had moved by then, but how long was it after the first storm? After he got Mew? Can't remember. It had been a while since anyone talked about Pokemon. Well, my uncle got me a special edition Mew. First of all, he said, smirking a little, but not looking away from the PlayStation game he was playing. And that's why mine looked different. Second of all, mine can one-hit KO because it's the real Mew. Okay. You asked what he meant by that. That's what I said, Brandon replied. You cheated and got a fake Mew, so of course there'll be problems, glitches and junk. You felt your cheeks redden. But not me, Brandon said. I got the real Mew and only me. My brother was so jealous. Brandon's brother? What about him? Why does remembering that comment make you feel uneasy? Oh, okay. Interesting. You snap out of your reflections. The clock chimes. You're in the den. It begins raining outside. Alright. And what else is here? Let's see the kitchen. Why the hell not? We haven't been to the kitchen yet. Oh, I love this so much. The artwork is amazing in this game. Not really game, more like story, but I love it. Passing through the empty dining room, you enter the kitchen, which is also deserted right now. Fridge! Always, fridge! There are a few things here. Cool pizza. You grab and your snack and exit the kitchen. And head back to the den. Did time pass? It's 10:30. I'm gonna see if time passes. Let's see. Let's go to the kitchen again. I wanna eat everything. You drink the milk now. Okay. Milk. Yeah. You grab your snack and exit the kitchen. Alright. The clock chimes. Oh, okay. That does take time. Okay, fine. Bathroom then. You head to the bathroom down the hall from the den. There's a shower, a linen closet and toilet. Linen closet? With large fluffy towels and washcloths. You're not sure why you look in there. Are you finished? No, not yet. Shower? Pristinely clean. Alright. Toilet then. Yeah. I'm done, I guess. Wait, wash my hands in the toilet. Well, no. Weird. But yeah, back to the den. And ask about uncle's visits. So why is your uncle coming? Brandon shrugs. Business. But I thought you were for Nintendo. And you know what sort of business? Stuff for Nintendo, says Brandon. Okay, doesn't it have a lot of businesses here? Wait, is this even Japan? I don't know. What does Nintendo do here? Yeah. Brandon pauses the game and turns towards you, visibly agitated. How should I know? I don't work for them. Right now he is not quite yelling, but you think if you keep pressing the subject, he might. Huh. I'm not sure if I believe you about your uncle. Yeah. Brandon takes a moment to respond, as if he is not quite sure he heard you correctly. What? I don't believe your uncle works for Nintendo. Yeah. You think you finally done it? Brandon stands up, fists clenched at his sides, mouth twisting horribly as he struggles to say something. You watch as he takes a step towards you and clench your teeth and wait. Brandon darts toward and pushes you back onto the hardwood floor, cracking your skull against the carpet. Yeah, punch. Ooh, best expression. I hate you. What's this? You shove yourself up off the floor and set your fist into Brandon's stomach. For a moment, you're shocked at what you've done as he stands up, there gasping in his pajamas. But suddenly, bad expression, I hate you. You hear something, or think you hear something. Someone shouting, and then you fall flat on the floor. Hold on. What? I can click this. What's this? Set, I hate you. I wonder what this is. I don't know. Weird. Flat on the floor. For a moment, you don't think you can get up. Your whole body feels heavy. Did he hit you? I hate you, says Brandon. Leave me alone. You finally manage to sit up as he turns back to his game. Okay, take a moment to collect myself. Okay, weird. Call my mom, yeah. Passing through the empty dining room into the kitchen where the phone sits on the counter. Let's call mom. Why the hell not? Uh, you, you dial your mom's work number and wait. She picks up after 3 rings. Uh, I want to go home. Something in her voice seems to give her a pause. Okay, she says. After a moment, I'll call the sister and tell her to pick you up. It'll probably be in an hour. Is that okay? Uh, can you make her get here faster? That's not gonna happen, honey, she says. Just sit tight. Thank you. And of course, she said, with a hint of a sigh. I'll call her now, okay? She'll be there in an hour. Be safe. She hangs up. Return to the bank and pack your things, yeah. Clock chimes. The clock is chiming. Brandon is standing in the middle of the den, his hands at his sides and an odd smile on his face. You're too late, he says. He's here. And then someone knocks at the front door. Ooh, what is his uncle? That's him, says Brandon, setting up. I shall go let him in. As he leaves the den, you realize you could follow, but a part of you really feels like being scarce for a bit. What about follow? Yeah, let's follow. What on? The knocking continues persistently as you follow Brandon to the front of the house. Outside the pebbled glass of the front window, you can see a tall, dark shadow. Brandon goes to the door, undoes the deadbolt, and cracks it open. You can come in, he says to whoever stands out there in the porch, and then looks over his shoulder at you. Sorry, he says. Before you can ask what there is to be sorry about, the door slams open. What's this? Ooh, bad expression. Hello, child. Come closer, child. No more worries, child. I'm hungry, child. No more worries, child. Hello, child. Whatever this is. Stop it, child. Hello, 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 hello. 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 Really neat. Oh god, this is cool. Undefined error. The uncle who works for Nintendo. This is cool. Really cool. A Twine game by Michael Lutz. Original art by Kimberly Parker. Oh, a lot of other endings. Okay. Abstract backgrounds, scripts, and CSS sources. Yeah. Oh, I just like just moves it to their Twitter. All right, fine. I'm gonna like check it later. And yeah, inspirations. Okay, this is like the thingy. Yeah. I wanna check out the other endings. So they'll not. Yeah, let's check it out. Try to run, but things are a little weird here. Try to run, but it may turn out to be a game of hide and seek. Alright, undefined error. You met the uncle who works for Nintendo. Oh dear. I wonder who that actually is. And yeah, it's definitely weird here. They said you don't feel like spending the night. Call your mom and ask to be taken home. Be sure you have enough time for your ride to show up. Okay, so yeah, I'm getting the hints first so I can like get all the endings. Some things you remember don't match what you see. Learn what you can, ask questions, have a serious talk. Don't be mean, but still get out of here. Get out of there. And what about the last one? Some things you remember don't match what you see, but it's still. And then what might be the worst decision ever? Okay, yeah. Let's start from this and one quick question then. What was your friend's father drinking beer at dinner? No, he doesn't drink. Yeah. Okay. Oh, so maybe the end there's a thingy at the end, like maybe a new thingy. Whatchamacallit? What do they call that? Different ending if I like choose the different thing. I don't know. Brandon is playing something that looks like Banjo-Kazooie, but it's not a game you're familiar with. You watch for a while, and eventually Brandon turns to look at you. Come on, you wanna play? Yeah, sure, I'll play co-op. Hang on, this co-op, you ask? Of course, says Brandon, handling a controller. You don't know the game, but still, it seems oddly familiar. He only has to give you a few pointers on how to move the camera. You play through a level or two. And yeah, the clock chimes in. I just want to go home, mom, please. Something in your voice seems to give her a pause. Okay, she says for a moment. I call the sister. Okay, is it okay? Yeah, thank you. And pack my things. Until then. Okay, announce that I'm leaving, yeah. What? Brandon stays up, not even bothering to pause the game. No, you can't leave. It's almost time. Almost time for what? You can go, says Brandon, ignoring your question. There's so much stuff I had planned for tonight. I was gonna let you play the next Zelda game, the one that's not even out yet. Before you can say anything, he's already running upstairs. Brandon continually runs up and down the stairs, bringing you games and consoles, while you pack up your things. Every time he presents something new, you ignore him or brush it off with an uncaring shrug. Please, Brandon says, just stay on the night, please. Outside you hear the car honk. Yeah, neat. Now you say, when with your night bag slung over the shoulder, you march to the front door and exit to the night. Right? As you walk to the sister's car, you see your little sister in the back seat, still in her pajamas. The sister, a high school girl who lives down the street from you, looks incredibly unhappy to be here, but you think you'll be able to handle her. As you climb into the car, you cast one last look over your shoulder, back into the house. Brandon is standing in the doorway, totally still, not screaming, not crying, not doing much of anything. The car begins to pull away from the house, and as you watch, you see his parents appear in the doorway behind him. Let's not wave, and without acknowledging you, Brandon's parents lay their hands on his shoulders. They turn Brandon back into the house, the door closing just as everything slides out of view. When you turn around in your seat to look out the back window, you can even see the house's lights. Brandon doesn't show up at school on Monday, or Tuesday, or Wednesday. On Thursday, you ask your teacher, Mr. Scott, where Brandon is. He blinks at you confusedly. Oh, he says. Eventually, Brandon, well, I'm surprised he didn't tell you about this, but he and his family move away. Alright, interesting. The house is empty when you ride your bike by that afternoon. It somehow feels even larger without anything or anyone in it. A for sale sign stands in the yard out front. Yeah, let's go home. You never see Brandon again, and eventually, as the years pass, you forget about him entirely. That's it. And yeah, what ending was that? Exit. Yeah, no more, not friends anymore. And okay, so for the other endings, let's try. This is getting weird. Try to run. Okay, we can try to run. I'm not sure how to run though. Since you remember not much what you see, learn what you can, ask questions, have a serious talk. Okay, and what's this? Yeah. Let's try. Okay, let's see. What if I'm not sure what I saw? Huh. Okay, let's see. Frame pictures. Let's learn a bit now. Let's look for Brandon's uncle, and yeah, time passes. Let's think about Brandon's uncle. Watch him play. Yeah. Okay, this is new. You're feeling anxious and you apparently are showing it. Brandon looks at you and bites his lip. Watch this, he says. On screen, the game's main character is in the car on a crowded street in what looks like a virtual New York City. Brandon revs up and begins moving down pedestrian, giggling. Are they playing GTA? You don't think it's very funny, but Brandon, it's hilarious. After a while, he stops the car and waits. An ambulance appears, and once the paramedics exit, he beats them to the dead with a baseball bat. That's me in GTA every time. Isn't this great? I don't think there's ambulances in GTA though. This goes on for a while. Yeah. It begins raining outside, and if I'm gonna escape, how do I escape? Then closet. How do I escape? I'm not sure. Let's watch Brandon play again, and invite to play. Yeah, Mario Kart, neat. Brandon wins everyone pretty easily, and you start to feel like this was a mistake. He is just too competitive and, frankly, a lot better than you. Good game, he says, smirking. Yeah, good game, I guess. GG. Ready to try it again? And let's switch it up, you say. You've been playing for a while. Okay. You're in the den. And what if I just let the uncle come in? You grit your teeth, my uncle will be here soon, says Brandon looking at the clock. You do that, of course. Brandon smiles at you. Wanna play one more of you? Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure, let's play. For quite a while, you have half-heartedly wandered around the map in GoldenEye with Brandon. Repeatedly headshots you. Oh dear. Your grandfather clocks chimes the hour as Brandon suddenly looks up from the 64. It's time, he says. Is your uncle here? Someone knocks at the front door. Okay, yeah. That's him, says Brandon. And yeah, I think I'm gonna be scarred for a bit. Let's go to the bathroom. Oh, isn't this like the hide and seek one? Let's go to the bathroom first. You run down the hall to the bathroom and lock the door behind you. Or at least this could have been the bathroom. The walls are bare and white. There's no sink or toilet, but there are some odd features like less white boxes that you can stand in for a shower. Or a linen closet. Wait, what? Interesting. So, shower? So everything just like turned into like white stuff? Interesting. You slip into the plain white box that is about the size of a shower. From the front of the house, you can hear the front door slam open. After that, you don't hear anything except bad expression, child. In the rain, not just the rain, but that voice in the back of your head, like, I am coming for you, child. It's like something you can't even begin to describe. Though you lock the door behind you, you hear it open easily. Okay, someone walks in. Hold my breath. You're not sure how you know something is out there because you don't exactly. Oh, child. You hear it moving, but you know it's there, and you know it stopped. Poor child. Right outside your hiding spot. Oh no. It opens the door, even though you immediately realize it doesn't have any hands. What the fuck is that? I don't know. And oh, is this gonna be like the same thing? Oh god. Yep. Yeah, it's gonna be the same thing. Struggle cease, screaming cease. I have friends for you, child. Friends for you. In the dark, you will play forever. In the dark. Whatever that is. Yeah. I didn't. Oh, I get a run. Okay. You try to hide, but the uncle who works for Nintendo found you. Oh dear. There's still two things. Serious talk, but don't be mean. Don't be mean. Still, get out of there. And what about this? You remember, don't match what you see. Learn what you can. Ask questions. Have serious. Yeah, get out of it. And then make what might be the worst decision ever. Don't be mean, but still get out of there. Okay, how do I get out? Let's see. Let's restart. I'm gonna see how I can get out. Yeah. I'm probably gonna skip to the part where there's something different. Yeah. Ooh, this is a new thingy. Hold on. What would you like to talk about? Ask if Brandon thinks this storm will be as bad as the last one. Do you think the storm will be as bad as the one we had before? I don't like the sound of the wind, you know? Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, says Brandon. You don't remember. Remember what? The storm, it happened a few weeks ago. It was huge. It took down all the trees. Brandon shakes his head. If it was important, I would have remembered it, he said. Okay. Interesting. Let's wait, try the other thing. Sound of wind. You remember the storm that tore down all the trees? Yeah, don't remember? I actually forgot until tonight. There was this huge storm a few weeks ago, I think. Yeah, never mind. Can't really get anything here. And I'm gonna. I involuntarily flinch. I think. Brendan shakes his head, as if remembering something. Never mind, he says. Just never mind. You want to say something more, but he is already immersed in the video game. Take a breather, yeah. Let's talk to Brandon again. Wait. Never mind. Wait, I can't really ask him. God damn it. Yeah, can you please stop messing with me? Oh, I didn't read that. God damn it. Brandon shakes his head. No, you don't understand. Please, I'm not messing with you, but this is important. But this is different. Something is different. He said no one will remember the storm. Who? He came out of the storm. I was home alone. Brandon begins, his eyes growing distant. Mom was at work. That was out at the bar. Yeah, that was not a drinker. Listen. I answered the door and the knocking started. He said he was lost and hungry. Oh, he said he could help me. All that I had to do was promise to feed him. Oh, okay. Bad expression, feed me. Brandon tenses. Oh, who are you feeding? It's my uncle, Brandon says. Or that's what he told me to call him. I don't really know. I don't know what it is. You're kidding, right? No, shouts Brandon, shaking his head. It's not a joke. It's not a trick. He changes things. He's already changed them. What did he change? So many things, says Brandon. I asked him to change so much and I forget. Sometimes I forget how things were. I don't believe any of this. You don't have to, says Brandon. He's already on his way. I'm going home. No, Brandon says. You can't. He's already on his way. Bad expression? No. There it is, like a voice, not something you hear exactly, but still somewhere in the back of your head. Brandon heard it too. See? He asked. See? He's almost here. I'm calling my mom. Yeah. Picks up her 3 rings. Things are getting weird here. Yeah. Please, mom, please. And yeah, pack your things. Uh, this joke you play is really mean. I should have known it was different. Brandon mumbles if you are remembering too much. If your uncle is so powerful, why can't he just keep me here? Brandon frowns. He gets weak. He can't do as much as that. Is that why things have been different? Is he weaker now? Begin packing my stuff and please, says Brandon, please don't go. I never not fed him. And if I don't, I'm not sure what'll happen. So you just want me to get eaten or whatever? No, please, no, he replies. It's not. I think he'll kill me. Do you understand? He would have killed me if I didn't. Shut up and leave me alone. You can tell Brandon is on the verge of tears, but nevertheless he does as you ask, walking over to sit in the middle of the den as you finish packing. You wait in awkward silence until finally a car honks outside. You get up to leave. Brandon has wandered over to the fireplace and it's looking into its unlit depths as you walk out the door into the night. Okay. Back to the house. The front door is closed. You suddenly can remember if you did that yourself. The lights in the den are still burning. As the sitter pulls away from the house, you stare out the window at Brandon's house. The lights blur and magnified by the rain streaming down the glass. Eventually, it all slides out of view. You find out the next afternoon about the fire. It started in the den, say the papers, where there was known to be a fireplace. Apparently, it was left smoldering in the night. There were no survivors. Arson is suspected, since an accelerant would have helped the flames overcome the night's heavy rains. But nothing definitive is ever publicly released on this account. One day after school, you ride your bike to check it out. Alright. Parts of the house still stand, walls and beams blackened by flames. Yellow caution tape has been looped around the outside, and the rubble hasn't yet been totally cleared out by the city. You decide to investigate. The second floor has either mostly burned away or fallen through, but standing in what used to be the den, you looked up the hole that would have been Brandon's room. The broken glass and charred drywall crunch beneath your feet until you step on something that isn't glass. You look down, and there, in the mess, is what looks like a Game Boy. Okay. It's a Game Boy Color, not all scuffed or damaged. In the back is a single cartridge, a copy of Pokemon Blue. Let's just leave it. That's from his uncle, right? Oh dear. You leave the ruined house and hop back on your bike, pedaling back home. Your mom doesn't have to work tonight, and since she knows you're taking secret recent events hard, she's promised to take you and your little sister to the movies. You don't think about Brandon at all. Okay, yeah. And all unsafe data will be lost. We went home early and it was lucky you did. Brandon and his family died in the house fire that night. Huh. And yeah, I think ending 5 is gonna be the same as the last time, but I'm gonna need to take the Game Boy. Yeah, let's check it out. Yeah. Gonna skip. Boop. Okay, here it is. Let's investigate, and here should be the Game Boy, right? Yeah, let's try to take the Game Boy and see what happens. Take the Game Boy. Looking from side to side, as if anyone might actually be watching, you pick up the Game Boy and flick on the power switch. After clicking through the Pokemon intro screens, you find that there is no save game on the card. It's like a brand new copy. You turn off the Game Boy and stuffing it in your pocket, return home. Your mom is standing in the kitchen when you arrive, doing dishes, and your little sister is watching some annoying cartoon. Remember to take a bath and get dressed before 7, Mom calls. Remember? You're fairly certain she never told you to do that in the first place. Huh. Okay, interesting. You walk into the kitchen, dropping your backpack in the linoleum floor. Why do I need to do all of that? Silly, she says. Your mom turns from the sink to smile at you, and your throat tightens as you see how glassy and empty her eyes are. Don't you remember, she asks, your uncle is coming over for dinner to celebrate his new job. That's neat, hey! Yeah, and then it's what's that? Do you want to continue? And yeah. Uncle, while picking through the rubble of Brandon's burnt down house, you found his old Game Boy and took it home. Coincidentally, your uncle has a new job. Lucky you, yeah. And yeah, let's see. What is this? Ooh. Repetition with a difference. It is not the time for running. Go where you're not wanted. Go where you've been told you can't go. Alright. Go where I'm told not to go. Alright, yeah, let's try to find that, whatever that is. I think there's something new, yeah. I'm gonna try to find where to go, so yeah. I'm gonna skip to the part where it's different, so boop. Okay, enough for the clocks, it's time, he says. Stop being weird. Yeah, here comes the uncle. And I'm guessing we need to go to the kitchen now, yeah. Being scarce for a bit. Yeah, let's go to the kitchen. This passage does not... Yeah, go anyway. What? You go to the kitchen. No, child. It's not much of a... This is not allowed, child. Ignore the uncle. It falls silent for a moment. It has grown weak since you haven't been feeding it. Yeah, take out the Game Boy. Oh, okay. Ah, I get the Game Boy now. From your pocket, you pull Brandon's Game Boy Color. The uncle is somewhere behind the half-textured walls, grumbling to itself. Let's turn on the Game Boy and start. This is cool, yeah. Let's check the Pokédex. Not time to use that, fine. Pokemon? Item? Wait, what? You're carrying a Game Boy Color, alright. Can I save? It's probably not a good idea to save when. Stop this, child. Things are getting messed up. So, you hope this works. Okay, wait, never mind. Option? Text speed. Oh, okay. Fast. What? You're 11 years old. What's your best friend's name? Your best friend? Oh. Wait, does it actually go back to the start? Wait, seriously? The quarter of grandfather clock. Nearby said, yeah, okay. Brandon's park, last TV playing. Okay, what's that? He asked. I know, but you're the uncle. Brandon blinks uneasily at you. I don't know what. Do not listen. You mean, what are you talking about? I used to come back here. Stop this, stop this, stop this. Brandon looks around uneasily. It's alright, yeah. How is this happening? Brandon asks. I'm starting to vet. I don't understand. I'm starving it to death. I don't understand, not totally. Yeah, I don't understand it, not totally. Brandon shakes. He had bad expression. Stop this now, children, in disbelief. What are you here for? What are you doing? The rain outside increases in tempo, or bad child, bad children, bad. Stop sounding exactly like the rain. I came back to save you, yeah. Penis. Why did I say that? Fuck. Brandon takes a step towards you. How did you do that? It's weak, yeah. We changed so much, says Brandon. I am not child. I am your god. Not really, but all the others bad expression. Gun to the gun. I had them all up, says Brandon. They're gone. No, we're all ill here still. Takes years, maybe even forever. No, yeah, we're all still here. Gun, and ooh, what's that? I made so many parents. My brother, I don't deserve it. Why did you come back for me? Suddenly Brandon is crying. Why do you come back for me? Because we're friends, yeah. Because I think we can stop this. Bad expression, no, whatever that is. Things are starting to change. The uncle, the thing that calls itself an uncle, is either on the verge of death or making a final gamble to stop either of you from leaving. Brandon is still crying. Cool. Let's, stop. No. Let's, yeah, it's okay. Brandon, come on. Brandon looks at you, really came back for me. You really think we can do this? It wants us to hate each other, and I won't do that. Yeah, with a sad smile, he nods. Okay, yeah, neat. Let's go. And whatever that is, neat. And is it gonna do anything? I don't know. Yeah, stop it. No, yeah, let's exit and see what happens. No. Come back. What's that? Ooh, links. Can I click the link? I can't really click the link. Okay, fine. I don't care if I have friends. If I had friends, I will need games. Let me be the person my friends and my family won't let me. Huh, okay. Interesting. What about this? Call the weak, destroy them. Okay, fine. I'm sorry for not. I'm sorry you were hurting and I did not listen. But this is we have to be. It doesn't control us. We can become something else if we're willing to fight it. I don't know. It doesn't control us. Yeah, you're my friend. No more games. You're my friend, and I'm here for you. Hey, neat. And yeah, that's all the ending. New game. Yeah, that's like you have unlocked the author's notes. Yeah, what the hell not? Yeah. Man, it's been a nice game though. Like, thank you all of you for like watching this. Although I'm still gonna like watching me, read through this. But yeah, I'm still gonna like read this. What the hell not? Cause yeah, I mean the game itself probably ends here, probably. And if you want to go now, yeah, you can leave a like first if you want. And if you want to go, feel free to go. I'm gonna read through this now because why not? Because hey, author's notes, why the hell not? There are several endings to this game, and yet, oh my god, I'm burping, sorry. If you're reading this, it's because you've attained the ending after which I do not think there can be any more play. If you haven't unlocked all the endings and were planning to do so, I'm sorry for what probably seems to be a blunder in design. Alternatively, you can read the short essays that follow, since their appearance here was definitely an intended effect of the design. There are various reflections I composed for my own clarification and guidance while making and testing this game. They are likely tedious and to greater or lesser degrees besides the point of whatever experience you had while playing the game, but that is why they are hidden content. Nevertheless, if you would like more traditional hidden content, please click here. What's that? Congratulations, you have unlocked alternate outfits for all characters. What? During your next playthrough, do your best to imagine the characters wearing different outfits than the ones you imagined them wearing before. God damn it. I actually didn't imagine the characters at all. I just think of Brandon is Brandon and stuff like that. I didn't really actually think how they actually look like, huh? Some suggestions. You and your friend are now dressed like Auron and Tidus from Final Fantasy X. Your friend's parents are wearing horse armor. Please PayPal me $5 for this privilege. j.michael.lutz@gmail.com. Hey, if any of you want to PayPal this guy some money for that privilege, feel free. The uncle who works for Nintendo has been replaced with DreamWorks' beloved cat, Shrek. Neat. But really, your imagination is the only limit. That's the magic of the games. And yeah, back to credits. That's the magic of games. Yeah. Is there anything like making games? Every game I make has the same starting point, which is a question I ask myself: how is this project different from the last one? Oh, that's really good. The game you displayed was the one where I decided to finally attempt something approaching a traditional game-like structure, hence the many variables, paths, and multiple endings. It has not necessarily been calibrated for each path to be accessible in turn for each player. The idea was that two people could play the game and have very similar experiences, that when compared had certain fundamental differences. I feel the demand for variety is made more often of interactive fiction, despite most graphic games having very little in the way of non-linear plots or at least plot changes beyond this cosmetic. The sense seems to be that if I'm playing a graphic game, I should be happy to simply ride from set piece to set piece, shooting enemies or collecting gigos. What is that? I don't know. Relying on text necessitates branching paths, and the more of them, the better. The fact that most Twine games eschew these conversations was a real eye-opener for me, and part of what made me feel comfortable enough to begin writing interactive fiction. Nevertheless, my general uneasiness with this sort of writing has confused a lot of players regarding my work, since they expect paths where there are none, or criticize me from not including them, and because due to arbitrary conventions of the medium, I know their expectations are not entirely unfounded, and in order to challenge myself and grow as an artist, here I wanted to produce something as a little less oppressively gloomy and single-minded than my other pieces. Assuming I've done my job correctly, what I've made is a horror game that, if it is in the least bit scary when you first play it, manages to get less frightening each subsequent time. Huh. Okay. And on creepypasta? When I was younger, the phrase creepypasta had a particular meaning. It was the name for a short post that appeared on 4chan, most usually that began as the narration of some event from the poster's life, and which soon veered into supernatural or at least generally surreal horror. Beyond this, there wasn't much to define content, other than the implicit idea in the nickname that the story would have saved and posted again by the various other people. Always hoping to introduce the story to someone who hadn't seen it yet, and perhaps do dip the unsuspecting into walking it for the real due to the genre's maintenance of what Mr. James once called, regarding the proper construction of a ghost story, the pretense of truth. Let me take a sip first. Hold on, I can't speak. Oh my god. Right? Some years later, after not keeping tabs on the community, I was surprised to find that creepypasta now meant just about anything inflected with horror that a person of a certain age can encounter on the internet. My game, My Father's Long Legs, released in the autumn of 2013, had no pretense of truth about it, and nevertheless was often circulated as creepypasta or among people who consider themselves enthusiasts of the genre. At the point, I also discovered two things. First, a rather unusual fandom had grown up around creepypasta, whose consistent object of adoration was a shared pseudo community in which the various monsters and villains from the stories coexisted, where were friends or enemies and had adventures. Surprisingly, this introduced one creature I made myself, back in the dark and backward abysm of my own 4chan days. Yeah. Second, by and large, these were in some sense classic or vintage creepypasta, as the stories being currently produced had developed an oddly specific preoccupation with video games and gaming culture that had not been the case of my epoch at 2008. Often these stories involve cursed or somehow evil versions of popular games. Oh yeah, those kind of things, like Ben Drown and like Pokemon Black or something. The most famous examples here probably being Pokemon Black, Blood Whistle. I never heard Blood Whistle before. I don't know what that one is. And Ben Drown. Yeah, Ben Drown as well. Given the range of earlier instances of the genre I had covered, it struck me as peculiar that games will have been singled out on this way. The paraphrase zigzag is the key to understanding a horror story, is to imagine the same story but without the horror element. When we do this, we can locate on some level the true horror, the thing that must be fantasized and fictionalized in order that it becomes a digestible, entertaining horror story, rather than something truly unpleasant. If we perform this deconstruction on the many permutations of the video game creepypasta subgenre, what happens? The story will end up with time and again. I brought a game and played it. I received a game as a gift and I played it. I found a user game for sale and played it. I picked up an old game from our childhood and played it. What these stories reveal, I think, is an underlying anxiety we have about games in general. That beneath their smiling faces and heroic poses, Mario and Link are somehow hostile to us. That if these emblems of childhood and adolescent pleasure had their way, we would keep playing with them until it killed us. Perhaps here we can find the pretense of truth that seemed to otherwise go missing. There is something about games culture, its particular awareness of itself, in its own moment of history, that facilitates the experience of horror at the industry's own promises of endless and repetitive play. Games, in this perspective, both load us and lead us. Cool. How about the lying to your friends? I don't believe I ever had a friend who claimed they had an uncle who worked for Nintendo, and yet, nevertheless, the trope has always made sense to me in its development and as a punchline for unsubstantiated gaming gossip. Certainly, I had conversations with friends and that turned on similar structural logics. One of us claiming dubious knowledge about the secret workings of the game, or the future moves of a particular dev, or the games industry in general. The uncle who works for Nintendo is, on a very basic level, is interesting because of how well it encapsulates the frank bullshittery of such conversations. I have an uncle who works for Nintendo, he says. Let's break this down. This is obviously something a child says. It is marked as such by its appeal to specifically adult authority. Yet, interestingly, it's not a parental authority, but rather a sort of subjunctive adult presence in the uncle rather than a parent. Uncles have more interesting lives than our parents. They're proverbially eccentric and they can work for a Nintendo. There is something ghostly or fantastic to at work here. The avuncular remainder of patriarchal authority. I definitely mispronounced that a lot. I'm sorry. Yeah, my English is not really my more like my tongue. My tongue is horrible. In this way, the knowledge becomes both authoritative and in somehow illicit. It is a secret, something told in confidence, away from the purview of the central authority figure. And it is the only greatest trust that your friend now passes the word along to you. This establishes with the friend a special relationship not only with the adult world but with the gaming industry as such. Why will children lie like this in ways that are transparently obvious to the point that they can become self-sufficient punchlines? On one level, it works. Or work because it reproduces to some extent the language of gaming's enthusiasts, present the fantasy of exclusive access. Our Nintendo powers and game informers wanted us to think this way about game dev. It was Willy Wonka's chocolate factory filled with incredible secrets, only to be glimpsed by a lucky few. The enthusiast magazines were our many uncles at DevX, covertly sneaking out screenshots and tidbits and rumors for our breathless delectation. I know what that word means. I know what this word means. What does this mean? Someone like this Wikipedia it for me, or like like Merriam-Webster it for me or something. I don't know. For the friend who told blatant lies, lightly, flippantly, perhaps not even fully sure why they did it. The potential payoff was to be like one of these magazines, to become the representative of the uncle at Nintendo, an insider, authoritative and knowledgeable. It was, in short, a power play. Curiously, in reading people's reflections on weird gaming rumors, they circulated when they were younger. I find a common theme. People very often repeated things they knew or at least strongly suspected to be untrue. Not because they fabricated lies themselves, but because they had been lied to about them before. This makes sense. It's how certain rumors manage to become so widespread despite being obviously false, and on the other hand, it's just a symmetry between the mechanism of secret knowledge of games and the mechanism by which creepypasta spread, the urban legend, a modern myth. To lie and be believed is, even regarding something small and harmless, is to hold a type of power over someone else. Thus, in the nebulous arena, we might locate here a certain mild maliciousness, the desire to deceive others as we have been deceived, to steal for ourselves, the aura of exclusive access that the friend who claimed their uncle worked at Nintendo scene, at least for a time, to possess. Neat. And sleepovers. Yeah. In the course of writing this game, I realized that 3 of our 4 subjects I've now released contain a sequence in which a child visits the house of a friend and something terrible happens. Despite that, nothing particularly bad has ever happened to me whilst visiting a friend or during a sleepover. However, when I was very young, before my parents' divorce, I never had any friends over. The environment of my home felt too tense, far too hostile for me to have anyone spend the night. I was afraid of what would happen if someone came into my life and saw how we lived. Which, in retrospect, was not even particularly bad, so far as unhappy families go. But the emotional tenor of my home was often overwhelming to a child with my disposition. So I usually visited friends, but never had them over to my place. What I enjoyed the most about visiting friends' homes, and this was true even well after the divorce, was seeing how those I took to be normal lived clean houses with open windows. Parents who talked to one another and more video games than I thought then I will know what to do with. Games were a precious resource, and I carefully considered which one I asked for on my birthday in June, and for Christmas to ensure it would keep me occupied for the 6 months until I got the next. Visiting friends gave me a chance to vicariously experience what it will be like to, say, own a PlayStation and a GameCube, and still get a new game every month. I fear this makes my friendships sound purely instrumental, which of course they were not. I've had many great and supportive friends. I don't know if they ever felt that my relationships with them were a cover for my keen interest in their games, but I felt the guilt anyways. In the end, I can only thank them for their generosity. Making games roughly coincided with me beginning therapy for my anxiety, which was a problem that life and the world up until a certain point had trained me not to see I had. To be perfectly accurate, making games actually preceded therapy. In attempting to tell stories that immerse a player into the atmosphere of mild to severe mental distress, I have spent most of my life. Wait, I read the wrong tone. God damn it, I can't read properly. I don't know why. I began to recognize how many of my reference points for these feelings could be traced into habits I learned or constructed in my childhood. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm really bad at like reading stuff. I mean, I learned how to read. I know I learned how to read late, but I don't know if that actually had any effect on how I actually read things. I don't know. Both making games and going into therapy present opportunities to return to these behaviors, and the events that seem to where did they go? Instantiate them. If the visit to a friend's house is something of a primal scene to me, and the way I unconsciously return to it again and again suggests that it is. Oh god, I'm just so bad at reading. I don't know why. Can someone like tell me why I'm bad at reading? I don't know. I hope it's not like actually like a disorder, but I don't know. I hope not, but yeah. If anyone know if anyone knows if like I don't know, if you think that's wrong with me, then please tell me down below. I'm curious to know. Like maybe there is something wrong with me because a lot of times I struggle reading properly. I can read in my head, but I can't articulate it into sentences with my mouth. Sometimes, let's see. Then this game became my attempt to acknowledge it and interrogate it more fully than I have before. That's why I chose to set it fakely in 1998 or 1999. Also, this is not just for like English stuff. I know English isn't my first language, but I also have the problem when reading things in my native language. Like when I read, I can't really like read and talk at the same time. I have problems doing that. I'm not sure why. If you think about this way, and I admit it's right, my games are attempts to make up for the lost time. I'm inviting you into a part of idiosyncratic haunted house that functions as my mind, where the lived experience of sleepovers collides with the imagined horrors and potential catastrophes that always flourish here, unbidden. Yeah. I also have like a lot of trouble like seeing punctuations. I don't know why. I'm weird. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if my reading is weird. I'm a single person, and I'm not a very interesting one in most respects. But if I can leverage this bit of technology to facilitate some sort of human feeling between you and me, then I'll consider it a success. Alright? Yeah. Also, before I continue to the next one, hey, if you made it to like this part in the middle and not skip to the end to get a keyword, hey, here's a bonus keyword. Type in like blender down there on the comments. What the hell not? Yeah, like say blender on the description. I'm gonna give a throw off. Whatchamacallit again? I'm gonna give a throw off keyword at the end. Why not? Like a fake keyword that you shouldn't say in the comments if you read it like this. If you got this far, I don't know. When I began drafting this game in the beginning of August 2014, it was not topical beyond general sense. But as I write this note, what note? What proves to be the first a first draft of this note since I returned to it again and again as the weeks drag on. Alright, it is the final week of August, okay? And in the months, years, okay. I've been at work, the seemingly nebulous concerns I set out to treat, the way the modern games industry encourages and continues to encourage entire generations of children to internalize hierarchies predicated on structures of access maintained by abusive practices of exclusion, deception, and emotional manipulation have erupted into the forefront of the culture in a way more horrific and absurd than anything I could ever made up. Erupted or are erupting, I don't know, or made up. In my original draft, I had a sentence here suggesting that by the time you read this, it'll have ended, which of course turns out to be unfortunately not the case. Huh. Okay, interesting. Unfortunately, yeah. We may not believe in the uncle who works for Nintendo anymore, but he is certainly still at work. Women and minority voices are under attack. The finer details of the situation are, by this point, both fatiguing and immensely abhorrent. And no, I will not bother to recount them here. Suffice to say, the contingent of players taking up the flag of gamers are, in many ways, the realization of thoughts, feelings, and behaviors that constitute the enemy of this game. The fantasy underpinning the happy... Wait, have I clicked this yet? Oh, what calls itself Gamergate? This organized harassment campaign. Alright. The fantasy underpinning the happy ending is that the people trapped in the unhealthy structures cultivated by a combination of late capitalism and video games can become aware of the way in which their friends, in fact, the very world around them, are all being devoured alive, and that we can escape it if we work together. To those women who have been terrorized these past weeks, for as long as they've been prominent in the industry, for as long as they've been alive in a culture that implicitly hates them. Oh, dang. To those still here and those who had to step away, to those who are doing this and who did their best to make sure we got off this beast before its jaws close on us, if any of you read this, I'm sorry, and I thank you. Yeah. Aww. And on gamers being over. Fairy tales. As one paraphrase of G.K. Chesterton goes, are important not because they tell us monsters exist, but we know that... Oh my god, I almost burped. I know I burp a lot. Maybe it's because I don't know. I'm really hungry right now, actually. I'm not sure. I don't know. It's midnight. It's 1 a.m. God damn it. We know that from our everyday experience, but rather because they allow us to imagine that monsters may be beaten. Devs and writers alike want games about more things and games by more people. We want and we are getting and we will keep getting tragicomedy, Fignet. Is it how to pronounce that? I know what this word is, but I don't know how to pronounce it because I rarely hear people say it. Is it Fignet or Fignet? I don't know. Musicals, dream worlds, family tales, ethnographies, abstract art. We will get this because we're creating a culture now. We are refusing to let anyone feel prohibited from participating. Gamer isn't just a dated demographic label that most people increasingly prefer not to use. Gamers are over. That's why they're so mad. Yeah, gamers are over. Oh, that's just link me to something. All right. Yeah. Gamers don't have to be your audience. Gamers are over, huh? Let's be honest. The industry has failed gamers because our culture has failed them. For me, being in a place like rural Ohio was so tremendously unempowering. It made me feel so much like I was so far from being able to ever influence the larger culture that I felt. Like I at least deserve the video games everyone else I grew up around seemed to cope with all of it. That feeling like you're owed media is the default response of our culture to not being able to exercise any kind of other real autonomy or control over any other aspects of our life. Can I click that? No? Okay. And the problem is these violent impulses are self-destructive at their core. They're not actions of autonomous actors. They're culturally programmed. They're the impulses of a suicide bomber throwing himself into a crowd of people. They're deeply emotional, deeply disconnected, and deeply afraid of what's happening in the world. And that's what makes them scary and very real. And that's why we need to see them for what they are, fear, and understand how and why they're deeply intertwined with our culture. Yeah, on games and identity. Yeah, this goes to another link. Yeah, I mean, if you want to read this, I'll leave it on the description maybe if I remember to do it. Yeah. Hey Han, in the future, remember to do it, okay? If you don't remember to do it, everyone in the comments below will start to scream at you. Yeah, hey, like all of you, if I forget to link the articles in the description, feel free to like scream at me or like, I don't know, throw a tomato at me. Yeah, throw like just do like throws a tomato at Han in the comments if I actually forgot to put this in the description. If this Game Boy were a vampire and someone had driven a stake through its heart, that's sort of what I'm picturing here. Meet to an artist Kimberly Parker, September to 2014. Yeah, and neat. Yeah, and honestly, I think this is like all for this game. The others are like, oh yeah, this is like the sounds. There was sounds. I didn't really hear any sounds. Is it because my browser is like, I don't know, really weird? I thought there just wasn't any sounds. I don't know. Maybe my browser was like being weird. I don't know. I need to check the recording whether there's sounds or not. But yeah, the others the others are all links. I mean, you know what? I can also link this website here down there. I mean, I'm definitely gonna link it. I usually link this to link everything down on the comments below. Not the comments, on the description if I like play games. And honestly, that should be it, I think. Yeah, that should be all for this game. I took quite some time reading the author's notes because why not? Yeah, come on. I don't know. I was curious, okay? And hey, if you stayed till the end, yeah, thank you for being here. And you know, don't forget to like if you enjoyed this, and if you want to see more indie game shit, you know, you can leave us up because I'm gonna try to upload daily actually. So yeah. And for those of you who reached till the end, what should be today's keyword? Let's interesting keyword. Squeaky. Yeah, make a sentence with squeaky in them. Yeah, what's your call again? I don't know, like maybe like squeaky cheese or something. I don't know. Yeah, feel free to like make a sentence with squeaky in it. So yeah, I'm gonna like end the video here. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to leave the keyword in the comments below. I don't know. I just like making you do keywords in the comments. It's just fun. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna like start recording now. So and probably get something to eat. I really want something to eat, man. Do I even have anything like any snacks on my kitchen? I don't know. I need to check the fridge. Like crawl into the fridge and hope that I don't get stuck inside. So yeah, gonna stop recording now. Good night, everyone. Boop. Yeah.